Well, you can't do anything about the Horcruxes till you're 17. You've still got the trace on you, and we can plan here as well as anywhere, can't we? Or do you reckon you already know where you know what's all? No. I think Hermione's been doing a bit of research. She said she was waiting to save it until you got here. The trace will break on the 31st. That means I only need to stay here 4 days. Then I can... 5 days. We've got to stay here for the wedding. They'll kill us if we miss it. It's 1 extra day. Don't they realize how important? Of course they don't. They haven't got a clue. And now you mention it, I want to talk to you about that. Mum's been trying to get it out of Hermione and me, what we're off to. She'll try you next, so brace yourself. Dad and Lupin both asked as well, but when we said Dumbledore told you not to tell anyone except us, they dropped it. Not Mum, though. She's determined. Oh, Harry, would you come here for a moment to try to identify this sock? It's not mine. Oh, right. Ron and Hermione seem to think that the 3 of you are dropping out of Hogwarts. Oh, well, yeah, we are. Oh, well, may I ask why you are abandoning your education? Well, Dumbledore left me stuff to do. Ron and Hermione know about it, and they want to come too. What sort of stuff? I'm sorry, I can't. Well, frankly, I think Arthur and I have the right to know, and I'm sure Mr. and Mrs. Granger would agree. Concerned parents. Dumbledore didn't want anyone else to know, Mrs. Weasley. I'm sorry, Ron and Hermione don't have to come. It's their choice. Well, I don't see that you have to go either. You're barely of age, any of you. It's utter nonsense. If Dumbledore needed work doing, he had the whole order at his command. Harry, you must have misunderstood him. Probably he was telling you something he wanted done. You took it that he meant he wanted you. I didn't understand. It's got to be me. And that's not mine. Right, well, Harry, while I've still got you here, you don't mind helping with the preparations for Bill and Fleur's wedding, will you? There's still so much to do. Oh, of course not. Sweet of you. I think Mum thinks that if she can stop the 3 of you getting together and planning, she'll be able to delay you leaving. And then, what does she think's going to happen? Someone else might kill off Voldemort while she's holding us here, making us do all her chores? So it's true! That's what you're trying to do? I was joking. So, Harry, the Burrow has now replaced Grimmauld Place as the headquarters, and each of the people whom Dumbledore had confided Grimmauld Place's location has become secret keeper in turn. And as there are around 20 of us, that greatly dilutes the power of the Fidelius charm. 20 times as many opportunities for the Death Eaters to get the secret out of somebody. We can't expect to hold it much longer. But surely Snape will have told the Death Eaters the address by now. Well, Mad-Eye did set up a couple of curses against Snape in case he turns up there again. We hope they'll be strong enough both to keep him out and to bind his tongue if he tries to talk about the place. But we can't be sure. It would be insane to keep the place's headquarters now that its protection has become so shaky. So, Bill, any news about Mad-Eye? Nothing. The Daily Prophet hasn't said a word about him dying or finding the body, but that doesn't mean much. It's keeping a lot quiet these days. And do they still haven't a hearing about the underage magic I used escaping the Death Eaters? Because they know I had no choice, and because they don't want me to tell the world Voldemort attacked me. The latter, I think. Scrimgeour doesn't want to admit that you-know-who is as powerful as he is, nor that Azkaban's scenes a mass breakout. Yeah, why tell the public the truth? Isn't anyone at the Ministry prepared to stand up to him? They are, but they're terrified that they will be next to disappear, their children the next to be attacked. There are nasty, nasty rumors going around. I, for one, don't believe the Medical Studies professor at Hogwarts resigned. She hasn't been seen for weeks now. Meanwhile, Scrimgeour remains shut up in his office all day. I hope he's working on a plan. We must decide how you will be disguised, Harry, for the wedding. Of course, none of our guests are Death Eaters, but we cannot guarantee that they will not let something slip after they have had champagne. Yes, good point. Now, Ron, have you cleaned your room yet? Why? Why does my room have to be cleaned out? Harry and I are fine the way it is. We are holding our brother's wedding here in a few days' time, young man, and are they getting married in my bedroom? No, so why in the name of Merlin's saggy lip, don't talk to your mother like that, and do as you're told. I can help, it's some of my mess. No, Harry dear, I'd much rather you help Arthur muck out the chickens. Oh, and Hermione, I'd be ever so grateful if you'd change the sheets for Monsieur and Madame Delacour. You know they're arriving at 11 tomorrow morning. There's no need to mention it to Molly, but Ted Tonks sent me what most of it's left of Sirius's bike, and I'm hiding it. That's to say, keeping it in here. Fantastic stuff. There's an excellent exhaustion, I believe it's called. The most magnificent battery, and it'll be a great opportunity to find out how brakes work. I'm going to try and put it all back together again when Molly's not, when I've got the time. I'm doing it! Oh, it's you, Harry. Hi, Harry. And how did you manage to get away? Oh, Ron's mom forgot that she asked Ginny and me to change the sheets yesterday. We were just talking about Mad-Eye. I reckon he might have survived. But Bill saw him get hit by the killing curse. Yeah, but Bill was under attack too. How can he be sure what he saw? Even if the killing curse missed Mad-Eye, he still fell out of the sky about 1,000 feet. He could have used a shield charm. Fleur said his wand would blast him out of his hand. Well, all right, if you want him to be dead. Of course we don't want him to be dead. It's dreadful that he's dead, but we're being realistic. The Death Eaters probably tied him up afterwards. That's why no one's found him. Yeah, like Barty Crouch turned up at the buried in Hagrid's front garden. They probably transfigured Moody and stuffed him. Don't! Oh, no, Hermione, I wasn't trying to upset... Here, Tergo. Oh, thanks, Ron. I'm sorry. It's so awful, isn't it? Right after Dumbledore. I just never imagined Mad-Eye dying somehow. He seems so tough. Yeah, I know. But do you know what he'd say if he was here with us? Constant vigilance. That's right. He'd tell us to learn from what happened to him. And what I've learned is not to trust that coward little squit Mundungus. I'm sorry. What are you doing with all those books anyway? Just trying to decide which ones to take with us when we're looking for the Horcruxes. Oh, of course, I forgot. When we're hunting down Voldemort, we'll be doing it in a mobile library. Ha ha. I wonder. Will we need to translate runes? It's possible. Yeah, I think I better take it, just to be safe. Listen, I know you said after Dumbledore's funeral that you wanted to come with me. Here he goes. As we knew he would. You know, I think I will take Hogwarts history, even if we're not going back there. I don't think I'd feel right if I didn't have it with... Listen! No, Harry, you listen. We're coming with you. That was decided months ago. Years, really. But, shut up. Are you sure you've thought this through? Let's see. I've been packing for days, so we're nearly ready to leave at a moment's notice, which, for your information, has included doing some pretty difficult magic, not to mention smuggling Mad-Eye's whole stock of Polyjuice Potion right under Ron's mom's nose. I've also modified my parents' memory so they're convinced that they're really called Wendell and Monica Wilkins, and that their life's ambition is to move to Australia, which they have now done. That's to make it more difficult for Voldemort to track them down and interrogate them about me. Or you, because unfortunately I've told them quite a bit about you. Assuming I survive our hunt for the Horcruxes, I'll find Mum and Dad and lift the enchantment. If I don't, well, I think I've cast a good enough charm to keep them safe and happy. Wendell and Monica Wilkins don't know that they've got a daughter, you see, and I Hermione, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that Ron and I know perfectly well what might happen if we come with you. Well, we do. Ron, show Harry what you've done. Nah, he's just eating. Go on, he needs to know. All right. Harry, come here. Come on. Why? Descendo. That's your ghoul, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Come and have a look at him. But it looks... Do ghouls usually wear pajamas? No, nor do they usually have red hair or that number of pistols.